find useful is the train. So if you look at your weight loss journey, I'd rather it was your health journey, really, but let's say your weight loss stroke or your weight loss dash health journey. And let's say if you're in New Zealand, you start that journey in Auckland and you're finishing the journey in Wellington. So that's how long your journey is. It's a long way. It's not an express train from Auckland to Hamilton. We got to get to Wellington. So that means you are going to have slip-ups, and there are going to be times on that journey that you will feel like giving up. Now, the train analogy is really useful because I think we have to say, excuse my French, but you haven't fucked up till you give up. So it doesn't matter how much you feel like you've made a mistake, you've eaten all the wrong stuff, you've had a bad week, you've binged, something happened, you didn't plan, you had to go with the flow, it was all crap food, you didn't exercise, whatever, right? All of those things. It doesn't matter. You are still going to Wellington. So it doesn't matter how many times you get off the train. We have a joke in the membership about starting in Auckland, but somehow getting off the train in Papakura. Because normally people do really, really well for the first 4 to 6 weeks because it's shiny and it's new and they're part of something different and they're focused. And then they get to Papakura and they get off the train. So my job and your job is to make sure you get back onto the train. And it doesn't matter that you miss a couple of trains or you're standing there, but you get back on because you are always going to end up in Wellington. Ending in Wellington is non-negotiable, right? Once you've got me on your tail, you are headed to Wellington, chicken. You are not allowed to start this journey and then go, oh, you know what, it's too hard. Oh, I don't like the food. There's too many vegetables. I can't drink that much water, whatever your thing is. Because I can tell you that is just your brain trying to take you back into what it was doing before. It's your habit brain that wants to keep you in its comfort zone, whatever that was, whether that was a pie and a bag of chips from the BP station, or whether that was takeouts 4 nights a week, or whether that was half a bottle of wine every night. That's where your brain wants you to go, because our brains are hardwired for short-term comfort and short-term pleasure. They're far more interested in that than a long-term positive gain, right? Your brain would far rather you had the wine and the chips tonight when you're stressed and uncomfortable. It wants that comfort. It doesn't care how you're going to be in 3 months' time. But I do. I want you to be well on your way to Wellington in 3 months' time. So you have to know that you're worth it and that your thoughts are not you. And that if the Labrador does trick you into getting off the train, it really doesn't matter because you can get back on again. And we joke as well about you'll get back on in Papakura and you might, if you're lucky, make it through to the Central Plateau. And that's where you might plateau, you get completely stuck. And that's fine too. You just take a deep breath, you let your body get used to the new normal, and then you get back on the next train that comes through and you're headed back down to Wellington. So whenever you are tempted to give up because you think this is a stupid idea, you knew it wouldn't work for you anyway, or it's too hard, or you feel, because this is what I used to do, you feel that you're useless and you can't stick to anything, and you knew this would never work for you because you're broken, all you have to do is get back on that train. And we are here for you. We are here for you in the Facebook group. We are here for you to tweak what you are doing so that it is achievable for you. It shouldn't feel so hard that you can't do it. You know, we start with a plan that's doable, and All you have to do is tweak it 1% along the way. It's looking for those little changes. Can I change mayo for hummus? Can I change the high fat hummus for a lower fat hummus? Can I use veggies instead of chippies or rice crackers instead of chippies? Or I've gone to rice crackers. Can I now change to poppadoms? It's those things. So when you fall off and it's gone wrong, instead of getting mad and talking shit to yourself, just get curious. Oh, that was interesting. That was interesting. Why did that happen? It was because I was so tired. It was because I was so stressed. It was because the kids were giving me shit. Because my husband is a twat. Whatever, right? Then all we have to do is put strategies in place. So when I'm really tired, this is the stuff I need in the cupboard and in the fridge ready to go that makes me feel like I'm having a treat, but that maybe is portion control so I can't go off and let it trigger me. This is what I'm going to do when I'm stressed. I'm going to put my hand on my heart, my hand on my belly. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to walk 5 times around the house or meditate or do some yoga, whatever your thing is, right? What am I going to do when the kids are playing up? When they go to bed and I want to drink a bottle of wine, I'm going to light some candles and I'm going to soak in a hot bath. What am I going to do when my husband's a twat? Well, you could leave him. No, 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 no. Just don't get mad at him. It's not worth it, right? Don't let somebody else sabotage your health. That's the thing. Find another way of dealing with it. Find another way of dealing with it, another way of processing the emotion. And sometimes dealing with these emotions without food, we're going to talk about this a bit more later on, is really uncomfortable because you're used to, when you feel stressed or pissed off, you're used to eating that feeling away. And now you're trying not to do that, which leaves you feeling uncomfortable. And you have to be able to work your way through that and know that it's not going to last forever. That, God, we're women, we can do hard things, right? We can do hard things. We can be a little bit uncomfortable without having to numb ourselves with food. And if sometimes we do give in and numb ourselves with food, that does not mean we've given up. We haven't fucked up till we give up. We just get back on the train and we head on down to Wellington. That's the end of my sermon. Stay on the train. See you in Wellington.